Hi Sagittarius, it's Sloan Rhodes here with your Love and Romance reading for the month of July 2018. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, Sag. So today I have a few announcements. One, this is an adjunct video to the previously released longer, more comprehensive love reading, Sag, that I did for May, June, and July. There's a link here. And in this video, I'm going to be going through what you're meant to do, not do, and what you can look forward to regardless, based on the overarching theme. I did a similar video for all signs in June as well, so you can look at that if you like. Alright, so today I'm going to be drawing one card from the Vintage Wisdom Oracle deck by Victoria Mosley for the overarching theme. 3 cards from the Mary L. Tarot for what you're meant to do, not do, and look forward to regardless. And then 1 card from the Romance Angels as I close out your reading, Sag. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm also reminding all signs, or letting all signs know, Sagittarius, that I have my online courses over at the Sloan Academy, how to read oracle cards for beginners, how to read oracle cards and tarot cards for intermediate and advanced readers. And I also have a course on crystals and a free course on spirituality. And I'm now releasing the life purpose and career readings every month and money readings on the Sloan Academy site as well. There is a 30-day free trial period for those videos, and then it's 99 cents after that. So you can check them out for free for the next 30 days if you like. Okay, let's get started. So from the Vintage Wisdom Oracle by Victoria Mosley. I like this deck. I showcase it in my online courses, the home study courses. How to work with it. Alright, so the overarching theme for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of July, 2018. And the messages for Sagittarius, beautiful fire sign. Okay, here we go. Sanctuary. Very, very nice. Beautiful card. And then we have under the deck, we have dreams. What soft, beautiful energy for you here, Sagittarius. Something's going on with you. I feel like in the recent past, Sag, there's been some darker dreams that you've been exploring. A side of yourself that you have brought to conscious awareness to address and work with in a way that's more gentle and healing. I'm not sure what that is. It's going to differ for each of you, but it's definitely a darker side, and I think it had you worried. But don't worry, you're doing beautifully. We have the Sanctuary card here in the present moment for July 2018, and it does look like you are finding a sense of sanctuary and healing in the month of July. It may be that you go within more, or maybe that the environment that you're in is just more quiet and healing for you. Maybe you've come through a very busy time, I don't know. But you've been exploring some dreams regarding love and romance. How you are in love, what you can expect in love, how other people are, even maybe family history. You've been kind of distant from it in the dreams, like you're more like a little bit analytical about it in the recent past, but it's still been a bit worrying for some reason. But I don't think you're too caught up in it. It's more like you're just curious in some ways as you bring it to fruition, or bring it into conscious awareness. Let's get some additional cards. For some reason, the Dreams card is really capturing my attention more than the Sanctuary card. Whatever you've been doing recently, Sag, it's very healing for you, and it needed to happen in terms of what you wanted to experience here in terms of your soul's growth, so that you can deepen your connection to love, and you can feel more at home within your very essence, within your very physical body. Because many times, when I think about Sag and your fiery personality and your passionate nature, and seeking and moving and wanting to explore. And I think you're, because of whatever's been going on in the recent past here, we have in this dreams kind of energy. I'll show you the card again. It's helped calm you down a bit, and now you're able to recognize that home actually is, you're at home always, you know, no matter where you are in the world, and you don't have to seek it outside of yourself as much. So July looks like a really nice month in terms of seeking sanctuary, having a safe place. Again, it may be that your physical environment mirrors this as well, but I feel like you're getting more settled. Let's get additional cards. So based on the Sanctuary card, what is Sag meant to do, not do, and what can they look forward to regardless in the month of July 2018? Alright, so what you're meant to do is the Hermit reversed. What you're meant to not do is the Page of Wands. That makes sense. What you can expect or look forward to regardless is the Page of Cups. And we have the Nine of Swords under the deck. That goes with, like I was saying, that sort of darker energy here with the dreams and the dreams under the deck. And then we have the Nine of Swords under the deck. I feel like this is kind of in the past, or will be more at the beginning. Or it may still be down there deeper. You know, it might pop up now and then, that sort of worrisome, anxious energy. But I don't want you to compound it by worrying about it. Remember, the focal point for July is sanctuary, a safe place. Okay, so what you're meant to do or start doing is the Hermit in reverse. So, you know, this card is interesting because the Hermit in reverse, in terms of what you're meant to do or start doing, is you're meant to get out a little bit, you know. But remember, with the Hermit in reverse, in terms of what you're meant to do or start doing or keep doing, is nudging yourself out of a place of quiet self-reflection, solitary analysis of your world, and begin to nudge yourself out. Because remember, the theme isn't so much about going around and pulling things in. It's about knowing that you are home. You are your safe place. You are your sanctuary. And you've done some deep work, because we have the Hermit, you know, if it were in the upright, it wouldn't be in the reverse if you hadn't already spent time doing this. As I mentioned, something has been going on where you've been going in and you've been, you know, bringing things into the light of consciousness, which is what the Hermit energy does. You know, you work out these spiritual truths and then you bring them out into the world more. Here, with the Hermit in reverse, you are being encouraged here, Sagittarius, to nudge yourself out into the world, let's say, out into the dating world, out into your romantic endeavors, with a deeper sense of who you are, a calmer sense of who you are, because you've been working through some spiritual truths. You've been bringing things to consciousness that have been difficult in some ways, whatever they have been for you. Darker, again, that sort of darker, murkier energy. And now, having looked at it through the lens of the Hermit, the spiritual seeker, you can bring it out more. So you've changed, you know, you've become deeper, more spiritual. And now you can bring that out and you can begin to be out in the world more. You've been encouraged to be out in the world more from this new, more spiritually grounded standpoint. You know yourself better. Okay, what you're meant to not do or stop doing is the Page of Wands. You know, this is a gentle nudging yourself out. This is, you know, kind of older, like an older pattern. Accepting invitations, flitting, you know, being the social butterfly, going from place to place. It's more superficial and it's more busy kind of energy. And it's typically what you would do for fun. Accepting invitations, going to social activities, a lot of social media stuff. You're meant to, anything that is more kind of superficial, you're meant to not do that for the month of July. It's just a month, right? But remember, the sanctuary that you're seeking, you hold within you already. And this is what the Hermit energy is here in reverse. what you're meant to do or start doing. Nudge yourself out, but from a place that's deeper and more grounded, not just superficial. And what you can look forward to or expect regardless throughout the month of July, this is not an outcome, it's just kind of what an underlying theme for the entire month, is the Page of Cups. So monitor sincerity. You may expect or look forward to some attention from others, but it would be more superficial, and it would be needier, and it would be possibly someone who's very wanting to be with you, or just kind of sometimes a little obsessive, or kind of stalker energy, or too much. Just giving you too much. It's too much. So remember, you're not meant to just be super social and keep it superficial. You are meant to nudge yourself out, but from a deeper, more spiritual place. So this energy may feel, now let me just say this, because if you are coupled, your partner may sense the shift in you, and they may get really needy. They may want you to be more attentive to them, and or they may just really flatter you, or you may have someone who comes up to you and you're just so beautiful, you're so handsome, and blah blah blah, and it may trigger you to want to go back to a more superficial kind of place, but now you're wanting something deeper. So it's funny, sometimes it'll feel like a test sometimes, but you're not being tested. You're just being encouraged to ground yourself in what you're truly wanting, which is, what we all want, really, unconditional love. But it starts with self, and this is the work you've been doing with the Hermit, and now you're being nudged to bring out, go out in the world, but from a deeper, more spiritual place. And that Page of Cups energy, it's just going to be a lot of unwanted attention, or insincere attention, more superficial. And, we do have that Nine of Swords under the deck, along with the Dreams energy. As I mentioned, that sort of darker place, or you're, bringing uncomfortable truths to light to be healed and integrated. And the Nine of Swords energy, I can't remember who else got this, but someone else got this, and as I've mentioned many times, it really truly is my least favorite card in the deck, because it's usually invited energy. We allow our thoughts to drag us into those darker places, and it can feel very, very real. We feel as though those thoughts are truth, but they are not truth. That is the ego taking you by the hand and leading you into a place that feels very familiar to the ego, where you feel that adrenaline, that fight or flight fear. That is familiar to the ego. But it often happens that when we go through some kind of spiritual understanding, and we begin to go to the heart more, and we have a deeper sense of who we are, often the ego comes in and puts up a little bit of a fuss and tries to distract us, to bring us back to that, what we would consider that lower energy, that slower frequency, that denser energy. So just be aware of that. It may feel that this is real, whatever these dark thoughts are, but those are just stories we tell ourselves. So when you can, when you pop out of the tunnel, as we all do, and you're like, whew, that was dark and painful, and not fun, then you can say, okay, so that was just a story I told myself here, at 2 a.m. as I lay here in bed. What's a better story I can tell myself? Whatever it may be for you. Again, I can't identify individual thoughts because this is a general reading, but and you can tell yourself a different story. Like, if, say, the story is I'm never gonna, fall in love, or I'm not lovable, or everyone has someone, I don't have anyone, whatever the storyline is that we tell ourselves that cause us that sense of self-judgment and suffering. All right, so how can I tell a different story here at 2:15 a.m.? Well, perhaps I'm growing and learning and deepening my connection to myself so that I can attract in a partner who is equally at home within him or herself. And how exciting it's going to be when I meet that person. I know they're out there because I can already feel it. I already want it. Therefore, I've already manifested it in time and space. And won't it be nice when we can snuggle and get to know one another and reflect that wholeness back to one another? And you can tell yourself a different story, Sag. But of course, we always have free will, and it's up to you. But feel it out. The overarching theme here is sanctuary. Feeling at home within oneself, feeling at home with others, feeling at home within your environment, peaceful, a peaceful heart. That starts within, and then the world reflects it back to us. So, and that's the work you've been doing with the Hermit, you know? And now you're being asked to gently, delicately, kindly nudge yourself out from a place where you have a deeper understanding, because you've spent time integrating those truths. You've brought unconscious experiences, feelings to light, to heal and integrate them, as I've already mentioned. So you've done some beautiful, brave work, Sag, around love. All right, I'm going to get one more card for you as we go into the end of July and into August. What is the message for Sag? You may want to listen to your rising and moon signs as well, Sagittarius. Where did we end? As we end July, what is the message for Sagittarius in terms of love? Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, the bond deepens. Again, you are, if you were with a partner, you've changed, you know, so bring that out. Get to know yourself, and then you can get to know others from that new place. In some ways, you're like a different person. Things have changed. Things have shifted within you. And as you shift and change, your external environment and your relationships change as well. So give your partner time to catch up. Get to know you now, and if you are just dating, take it slow, you know. Be gentle. This is a gentle nudging yourself out into the world from this new understanding you have of yourself. So getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Remembering, Sag, that your bond deepens with you first and foremost, and from that place of strength and knowing and wholeness, you attract in partners who are holding that for themselves as well. Okay, I hope you find that helpful. I wish you much love as always, Sag, and I will see you either on the next video or over at the Sloan Academy for the online courses or the Life Purpose and Career readings. Again, there's a free 30-day trial, or I'll see you at your private tarot or Reiki appointment. Much love.